Hello, good evening. So, here soon I'll be leaving to work at the Grand Slam to do some tarot readings, but I did want to check in and do the go live regarding the sun. So, a lot of my decks are already packed up for me to work tonight. So, what we'll do is we'll review the card like we always do for the Rider-Waite-Smith, and then I do have a deck that I generally don't take. So I do have a card from that we'll also look at. This one, it's not, to me, it doesn't seem as complex as, say, the other ones, and you're about to see why. So here it is. Okay. So you can see it's like a big shift in the mood with the cards compared to the ones that we've been having. So last night, we had reviewed the moon, right? Where there was some key words of disillusionment, uncertainty, the unknown, fear. And now we have shifted and we have got this picture. So there's a big deviation even between just those two cards. And so now we're going to go into some of the symbols here. So we have the Roman numeral for 19, and we have this big, bold sun, which does take up most of the picture, okay, and it's a forward-facing sun, and we're seeing this wall. So the stone structure stands for surpassing these obstacles. So it's letting go of the things that held him down in the past. And again, it's neutral on sex. It could be a male or female when we're talking tarot. We're talking about the overall energy of the card. So here we have a child. Let's see here. Your hair, it's beautiful. Oh, thank you, Christy. I decided to curl it today. Give it some oomph. It took some time to do this with smaller rollers. Thank you. So it's being liberated from these feelings of self-doubt, inadequacy, failures, loss. So this figure is leaving that behind. And think of a time in your life where you feel childlike, pure, innocent. Think about our children and the questions they ask us. So well-known ones that children tend to ask are very intelligent questions and really profound but simply worded, such as, why is the sky blue? Why is the grass green? So this is synonymous, this figure of this child on top of the horse is one of contentment, joy, a bit playful. So here we're seeing that this child is holding a flag of sorts up, and it is red in coloration, showing power, victory, accomplishment. So this is a joyous time. And then along the backside of the wall, we're seeing the sunflowers, which represents the growth. So our seeker has grown quite a bit, and so these are the fruits of their journey that are illuminated. So when we've talked about the sun in the past, we're talking about that bright, beautiful clarification. We have clarity, awakening. We have full truth. So last night when we discussed the moon, we were talking about how the sun reflects off the moon. So it's like a partial truth. Like there's some illumination there, but not full illumination. With the sun, we have full illumination and clarity with those really vast blue skies. And then the horse in the picture, the legs are cut off, so we cannot see if the horse has this forward momentum or if the horse is stationary. And with the child, they do have the flowers wrapped around their head in like a headband of sorts. And they are also yellow in coloration, again showing that growth and an enlightenment. This card symbolizes accomplishment, joy. It's just a very like high just energy, great card to get in a reading. It shows an overall improved outlook on things. It doesn't mean that somebody's life is totally perfect, because nobody's is. It even is not the end of our major arcana journey. So even though this is a joyous time of celebration and accomplishment, this is not the end of our seeker's journey. Of course not. So let's see here. I'm looking at my notes. So I did touch on the clarity. So we have clear consciousness, the enlightenment, feelings of happiness and content. And so this would be more so, say, our earthly happiness. So think of like a sunny day and how it feels to be out and about during a sunny day. This is the energy of that card. It's just a very warm energy overall. And yeah, I think that pretty well shows it. So it generally, as a general explanation, it shows bright outlooks on things. And so, like I touched on at the very beginning of my go live, most of my decks are packed up for work. So I didn't want to like dig them out and all that good stuff. And heaven forbid, like forget them, since I need them to work. So I'll only review like one card for comparison, which, go figure, is from my Hush Tarot deck, which has the cool art, but it's not Rider Waite. So we're just going to jump forward to the card. It's like, what? That makes us wonder. So with this one, we have the crow. And you remember how last night, like it was above the moon? Well, here it's showing this bird and it's underneath the sun, and there's that eye. So last night we had an eye in the center of the moon, and now we have some, like an eye right here in the center of the sun, which to me, with our eyes, is like, that's how we perceive our environment and obtain information. So to me, that's what this stands for. It's all about that sun energy. There's nothing else really with this card that would really show anything else related to that Rider-Waite-Smith, other than the crow just kind of hanging on to a tether from the sun and appearing to be very happy in that energy, almost like a blanket type feel, right? So yeah, so in a nutshell, that is the sun. Christy, you're going to have to let me know, as usual, how you're doing. Feel free to message me or leave me a comment. And that's my spiel about the sun. So I think that will do us for our go live today, because I'm going to get something to eat before I leave to go to work. So you guys are always in my thoughts, and feel free to chat in the chat room if you have questions about tarot or just to check in. And I will see you tomorrow, and we'll just keep doing our go lives like we normally do through the week. And I hope that I can see many of you at Grand Slam if you have the money and the means to come out and visit and get some food, maybe get a reading. I'll have Miss Sharon Blue with us, and you know Sharon's awesome. And I think we make quite the team together, honestly. And then I'll have another like lady who's, I've never met her. To what I know about her, she is a medium, so she can communicate with others in that way. So yeah, so it should be interesting, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Bye, Christy.